So this video is going to be something a little bit different. I am about to do an acid peel on myself. This is a lactic peel that I am using, which is going to help to plump out, hydrate and smooth my skin. So I'm using some new products, so I just thought it would be fun to film this and see what happens. So this is a peel that you would have done in a clinical setting. So you would be coming in to have this done here with us. You would not be doing it at home. You know that I never recommend to actually do anything like this at home, because if the products are strong enough to actually affect your skin and make a difference, then they are too strong to be using outside of expert hands. It's not just a case of putting this on and taking it off. You know, you're working with acids that have very particular pHs. You need to know what you're doing. When you're neutralizing, you're moving through from an acidic to an alkaline pH, and this is something that you need to understand and be educated in before you can do it. So what I have just done there is a really simple little cleanse. I had no foundation or anything on my skin today anyway, so just really taking off my SPF from this morning. And that cleanser is one of the new products that I'm trying. So okay, a little bit red, but it wouldn't be unusual for me to go a little bit pink when I test out something new. I'll be going very pink shortly when I put the acid on anyway. So just making sure that that is all off, so that we get a nice even treatment. I didn't mind not wearing foundation today because I knew I was going to do this, and I found it harder not to put anything through my eyebrows. So very importantly to dry. So when you're putting on products at home, when you're using your serum or anything really except your SPF, you can always just put it straight on damp skin after cleansing. Before you don't need to dry your skin. In fact, it can even be an advantage. It can be a help for product absorption to leave your skin damp. But obviously for anything clinical like this, we would want the skin to be even all over, so not a little bit dry here, a little bit damp here. So when you're using, again, another reason for not doing these at home, you want to make sure that you're getting a very even application all over. So I'm going in now with the lactic acid product. I am quite used to using lactic acid. I probably do this a few times a year. So the reason that I'm choosing lactic to use on myself is because it is the moisturizing peel. So we like to say that it leaves behind more than it takes, because lactic acid is a part of your skin's own natural moisturizing factor. So it's already in there. It has a great affinity with the skin, so it helps to hydrate as it smooths. So you can see now that I am going to get a nice bit pink. So if I was doing this on you in the treatment room, I would be using a slightly different method of application. I would be using a brush and obviously gloves if I'm touching anybody else with these things. The reason that I'm not using a brush on myself is because I am doing this with my eyes open to film it for you. So obviously with a brush, no matter how careful, you do get the potential for a little splatter. So for that reason, I'm not using a brush on myself. I'm just putting it on here with some cotton wool. But when you're having this done and you're lying on the treatment couch, your eyes are covered and this is put on nice and evenly with a brush. Okay, so what that feels like right now is kind of a heat. There's a touch of stinging here and there. For me, that's around my chin and jawline, which actually would be my more fragile areas, I suppose, for my chin, because I do get a touch of rosacea there. And I think the jawline is a small issue for pretty much every woman, really, because hormones are fluctuating on us all our lives, so we never really get away from it. And this is the part of the face where that is reflected, and you'll know yourself where you would get a breakout when your hormones are fluctuating. So that goes on, and that stays on just for maybe 5 minutes or so. I'm not going to sit here doing a 5-minute stare at my face, but what I will do while that activates is I will tell you about the different types of peels that are available, and also what skin types that they are for. And also at the same time as I do all that, I'll be taking photographs for Snapchat, because I am Snapchatting this treatment as well. Multitasking. Great. So if you don't follow me on Snapchat, do go over there. It's Mariga Skin Essentials, and it's quite a different forum from the others, so it's a little bit more informal and relaxed. So when you come into us for a peel or a series of peels, we blend them for your skin every time. So today, because I don't have any breakouts to worry about at the moment, I don't have any blackheads or congestion to worry about at the moment, so I chose a straight lactic peel in a 30% for myself today, and that is just to hydrate, plump and smooth. If your issue was, say it was acne or congestion, we would maybe use, for congestion we would use a blend of salicylic and lactic, and that would give us cleansing inside the pores as well as on the surface of the skin. If your issue is hyperpigmentation or acne that tends to get infected, then we would use mandelic, even perhaps blended with a touch of glycolics. So for each individual person, we choose the acid or blend of acids that are going to work exactly on your problem, and different acids have different pHs, they have different molecule sizes, molecular structures, so some go deeper than others, and all of this is taken into account each time. So most people, when they're having peels with us, will have a series of peels, and it's not that you have the same peel every week. As your skin changes, progresses and improves, we will be changing up the blend of peel that you're having as well. So just to keep you posted, the tingling that I was feeling around my chin, it's quite red now, that I was feeling there has subsided a little bit, and kind of here in this area is a little bit hot and stingy at the moment. You can see that there's a lot of flushing now, which is the blood coming to the surface to see what's going on, bringing nutrients. This body's always trying to heal itself and trying to fix anything. So when you get, put something on that's hot or stingy, then obviously your body thinks that, there's something wrong. So it starts to send wound healing platelets and white blood cells and all this kind of thing come to the surface. So that's what the flushing is from. So it's okay though. I've been a lot redder with some other treatments that I've had before. So you can still feel it on the surface of the skin. So it's absolutely nothing that it's nothing that will even make you think twice about, coming in to have the treatment. It's just, it's a little bit hot and I'm going to be a little bit pink. And once I take that off, that will actually all cool down pretty quickly. I didn't put foundation on this morning. I didn't put anything on my eyebrows, but there was no way that I could come out in the world without my eyeliner and mascara. They're my absolute must-haves. I think we all have our must-haves, and for some people it would be foundation, and for some people, of course, it'll be, lipstick or eyebrows or whatever it is. But for me, it's the eyeliner and mascara. So at least I can do these treatments without having to take that off. So once this has been on for just a few minutes, and it's been on long enough now, the first thing that we do is we stop the peel. So we use a solution that neutralizes. So this is where we take that pH. So The peels that we use will be anywhere between sort of a 1.5 and a 4. So then we take a neutralizing solution, which stops the peel by bringing the pH of the skin back up beyond a neutral. So your pH of your skin is naturally slightly acidic at around 5.5, and it's that way to keep bacteria from invading. So most bacteria can't live in that acidic environment. So we drop the pH when we apply the acid, and when we're finished with it, we raise the pH again with an alkaline solution so that the peel stops working, because you want your skin to rebalance back to the pH it should be at. So even though we do this, it still is going to take a few hours for your skin to balance, because now it has gone from its own pH to a lower acidic pH, and now it's bouncing to an alkaline. So it's going to take it a few hours to rebalance after that. So you can see, I don't know, I hope you can see that it does start to, the redness does start to already on my forehead, the redness is abating. I got this rash on my forehead this morning, and I think it's from a new foundation that I got, which would be so sad because I really liked it. It was just one of those little things, probably, you know, only I would see it, probably nobody else would notice. But it wasn't so bad that I thought I wouldn't do the peel, because I had planned to do this today just to try a couple of these new products that we have in here. So that is the peel done. It's on, it's worked, it's neutralized, and the last thing then that we would do is just a nice cool rinse, just to get rid now of the last of the alkalizing solution, because you want your skin to come back to its own pH as quickly as possible, and that's what it is always trying to do. Even when you have a shower in the morning, and you know, you're not particularly washing your face in the shower or anything, you're just there and it's your face getting wet. Even when you're doing that, it can take a couple of hours for your skin to balance back again, even just from that. Never mind, you know, putting acid and then alkaline on it. So for that reason, you're very careful with your skin for a few hours after having your peels done. And we will, of course, pop on an SPF before you leave. It's important to have that on all the time, as you'll always hear me saying. But of course, when your skin is vulnerable after having any treatment, not just an acid treatment, but any treatment at all, then it's even more important. So getting that on, and that is a really quick demo of an acid peel. So it does take just slightly longer to have it done yourself if you come into us, because obviously we'll do a nice cleanse first, and maybe you can leave it on a little bit longer if that's what you need. Some of them will activate in 3 minutes, and some will take up to 10. And then that's it. So now all of the stinging, the tingling and the heat has gone out of my skin, so there's still just a little residual redness. So what are we at? It's 2 o'clock now in the afternoon, and I would expect that to be, well, in an hour, maybe so, pretty much gone. And if you needed to, at that stage, you could put on some mineral makeup if you had anything to do, or having this done in the evening. My cat scratched me, isn't that horrible? Having this done in the evening, and then just going home to bed, of course, is probably ideal. He didn't mean it, though, it was an accident. So that's it. So that is an acid peel. So if you do have any questions about that, just pop them in the comments box and I will be delighted to answer them for you. As always, I really appreciate if you like, subscribe, share, anything like that. That helps to get the reach out so that I can continue to make videos that I hope you will find useful. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.